Hello and welcome to the Superhero Hub. It's your boy, Sam.
Hello, Matt.
You meant to say I'm Matt after I said it's your boy. Right, so today we're going to be reviewing,
Should have rehearsed that. Legends of Tomorrow.
yeah, episode. uh, this episode is called Doomworld, and finally it gave me what I wanted. I mean, we first start off and there's a dirty leg break, you know what I mean? You've got, that was messed up. You got Sara and Amaya running after some unknown person. I mean, they flicked out some T-spheres, so I was thinking, oh, is that going to be like a female Mr. Terrific? And then for a moment when I saw the T-spheres, I was thinking to myself, is that Mr. Terrific? And then I thought,
I just figured out why you're so happy.
yeah, and then I was sitting there thinking, is that Mr. Terrific? And then I thought, no, I'm pretty sure it's like a girl. So yeah, so this person dashes a T-spheres, blows off, jumps off a thing, dirty leg break, and then it turns out, oh, it's Felicity Smoke. I mean, she's busted her leg, but she's still fighting the other people. She gets subdued, and then she's brought into the mayor's office, of whom is Damian Darhk, and then no messing about, real talk, killer. Neck break. Yes, finally. F you, Felicity Smoke. F you, Felicity. No one likes it. So yeah, they killed Felicity Smoke. Yes.
I've got to say, thank God. I don't despise the character as much as you do, but I couldn't bear an episode of her running around doing the arrow thing.
Her outfit looked cool. I mean, she looked
Did
cool.
it?
But I mean,
Did-
yeah, the kind of dark hair and the whatever. And then he goes over and there's like a big like display case. I thought they were gonna dash a load of Easter eggs in there. I was
Well, a
really
Batman.
well, I was kind of hoping for something. I mean, some better Easter eggs, but really it was just like the outfits of various people. I mean, you had the Black Canary goggles, you had face mask, you had the Flash's cowl, you had I guess Ragman's mask, and yeah, along them lines, I'm sitting there thinking, oh, why couldn't there be like real? Because as soon as it flicked over to it, it's like my trophy cabinet. I was like, oh, please let there be something like random stuff in there, and it was just like, oh, seen it all before. Yeah, so alternate reality, Thawne's gone and done it. So he's the leader of S.T.A.R Labs, I guess. He's got Zoom trapped up, Black Flash trapped up in a like
That's a
little
cool Easter egg as well. Thawne being in charge of Star Labs again, like he was originally.
yeah. Well, there's a kind of longing inside him, I guess, like as we kind of had last episode when he was talking to Ray, or the episode before, I forget.
Or about Cisco and working with the team, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, the legends are all alive. That's kind of what Mick Rory wanted. So they're kind of all like going around like no idea what's going on, working for everyone. Malcolm Merlin's got his wife and Tommy back, and then Thea thinks is the best thing since sliced bread, and he's got his hand back. I mean, you can clap. What more do you want? That was a good one. Yeah, Damian Darhk's leader of the mayor, and he's got his magic back. Which I won't find out till later. And Leonard Snart is kind of back to robbing banks, but like if the police come along, they're just like, oh, carry on. It's like that'd be whack. Why wouldn't you give yourself a challenge instead of just having the kind of police just wave you on? I was like, oh well, that's whack.
Well, that's what Mick wants, isn't it?
Yeah, that's way cooler anyway. And I mean, come on. So yeah, I mean, even like Leonard Snart says, he's like, oh, if you want to chase, I can orchestrate one. It's like, come on, why would you do that for? It's like,
Yeah, and again, they dropped the prison break. This episode was Easter eggs galore. It's full of them.
yeah, kind of batty though. Yeah, he's like, oh, I can have us thrown in Iron Heights and we can escape like old times. Batty crease.
That would be so negative.
I mean, we had the Legion of Doom. Every time it flicked onto that, I mean, it only flicked. You only see the building twice, but every time I was like in my head, I was just thinking. Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom, I thought,
Yeah, no, yeah, I think you kind of meant to as well, and it's a lame thing, but
yeah,
what are you gonna do?
I got hyped over it. So yeah. Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom, Thawne's building a reactor thing so he can destroy the spear even. So yeah, I mean, Ray's a janitor, Jax is like, I guess, second in command, going around giving orders. Stein's just a scientist, and you've got what's his name? Nick is kind.
Nate.
Oh God, Nate. Yeah, I think that's the actor's name. So Nate's kind of like conspiracy theorist. He comes in like, our reality's been changed, blah blah blah. Sen is kind of sent out to get killed, and then Mick's like, oh no. So then he kind of goes rogue, back to the normal side. He's made a mistake, so they've all kind of got to get everyone together. And Ray's built a thing where if you pop someone in the head, it kind of reminds them of whatever. Rips on his spaceship baking cakes and really mundane stuff like that. So it's kind of, let's get everyone together. And then you kind of you've got Merlin, like he's a kind of, Thawne wants him out the way because obviously he's asking for the sphere and stuff like that. So it's kind of like, whatever, let's get him out the way. And there's some really goofy like glass clanging. I was just like, oh, okay then mate, calm down, between him and Damian Darhk, which was kind of cringy. But
Man, they're cool, they're fun.
where they're just like ding like that, and they were proper like kind of like trying to stop themselves from grinning. I was thinking,
That's great, it's hilarious. I mean, it's supposed to be fun.
I mean,
They're the Legion of Doom. It's so stupid that they're having fun with it. I think it's cool.
yeah, it made me laugh, I'll admit. So I mean, yeah, I mean, he even makes a reference to moustache twirling villains. I mean, kind of gets them all together. They're in the office. Sarah's like, uses like snaps because she's obviously back to normal and is mugging off Black Canary. She switches out, one bombs him, then she's being magic. And then obviously they're like, oh, there's no need for a super villain monologue. I mean, that's when they clanged glasses or whatever, but like, or was that later? I forget. But yeah, they end up managing to escape, blah blah blah, and then it's just like, for what it's worth, I like the monologue. Like, oh my god.
That's great. I don't know what you're complaining about, but I think they're the best.
I'm not complaining. I'm just referencing it. But yeah,
It's hilarious. They're the best villains out of any of these shows.
I mean, it's like, I'm glad it kind of worked between Malcolm Merlin and Damian Darhk, because it kind of didn't in Arrow, but now kind of they're on the same page.
Because in Arrow, it's like they're so super serious with that show. And you know, I've liked the show down the years. But let's face it, it's like mega serious. So especially, you know, it's kind of not to harp on Iron Fist again, but it is kind of the Iron Fist thing of that Damian Darhk. Especially the concept is so stupid that if you treat it in such a serious way like they did, he does come out to be like a mustache twirling villain, like the dad, whoever his name. Yeah, right, like him. You know what I mean? It's not how they come out. But on this show, you just play it for what it is, kind of goofy and fun.
I think because they've kind of got what they want now, they can kind of be a little lax as well. You know what I mean? They're in control. They're comfortable, even though things are kind of going wrong. But I mean, yeah, they're kind of hyped. So. Yeah, Mick's having doubts. It's like, oh, they don't trust him or whatever, so they're gonna go to the facility and kind of, because I mean, they go to blast Martin, Stein, Jax does, but it doesn't work out. So like, yo, come to the facility, and then they kind of leave Mick Rory behind, but Amaya's kind of looks at him for a while.
Right, but see, the thing is, when I get why they left him behind. He did kind of facilitate the Legion getting the spear, but. They said that you proved we can't trust you. They didn't trust him. That's why he went to them in the first place.
That's what I thought he was going to say. I thought he was going to retort with that, but he didn't. He kind of backed down. So it's like, oh, okay then. That's what I was expecting. He should have mugged them off.
Exactly. I'm looking at the Atom of Ray Palmer. Like, you pointed that out last week. Why aren't you saying it again this week? Like, no one had any faith in this guy. That's why he betrayed you in the first place. But... you know, whatever. So yeah, they got I guess the plan is to get Stein, right? Because they don't know where Rip is.
They get Stein, so I guess he can shut down the machine.
Right.
Because they don't know how to. So yeah, they kind of finally get it running. Stein activates the alarm. They're all there. Thawne comes in, threatening to drop the spear. Gets blasted by a heat wave, and then I guess Mick ends up with the spear again. I mean. Thawne was getting thrown around left, right, and centre.
Oh yeah, and where Citizen Steel and David Darhk with the high five. Yeah,
that was Joe because he like obviously Thawne runs at him. It's like Thawne was off his game. He was getting hit far too much. I'm thinking, you know what I mean? It's like why wouldn't he be dodging these things? Because there are things coming off a mile off that he just kind of got whacked, and it's just like, yo, and he meant to have like super reactions. Why didn't he see that coming? But yeah, so I mean, he dashes towards a spear, and Nate kind of spins round, hits him with it, and he just mullers across the room into all like the shelves and stuff. I was like, yo, bad luck on the stunt man, because that looked damn realistic, you know what I mean, falling all over the place. That was pretty decent. Yeah, he goes to kind of high five Damian Darhk. That was jokes. And then they're like, ugh. So I mean, yeah, they were going all for it with the humour.
Yeah, Sarah and Malcolm went at it, and Malcolm seemed to get the better of the fight, because he's the one that kicked the spear, which then Mick picks up and finally has his big moment where he says no to Captain Cold.
Yeah, well, it kind of played into the when they all kind of left and Mick was sitting there, Amaya kind of stayed for a while, and it was just like, and she said like, oh, I still have faith in you, so she was kind of with him all the way. So then he like drops a spear, but he drops it backwards towards her for her to take.
Right, because they had that bonding moment kind of last week, right, where they could both hear the spears talking to them like in Lord of the Rings or some crap. So I guess that's what linked them. And yeah, Amaya gets it and starts doing a little chanting thing, which she learnt quickly, I suppose, and then she frozen.
Yeah, she gets a nice little hit. I thought it was just going to be through the chest or whatever, but no, fully icicle, and then smashed into little pieces. It's funny when it kind of pans out a bit when they're all talking a little later on, when kind of Thawne gets a spear back and is just about to throw it in, and it pans back and they're all like standing there looking at him, and then there's just little ice fragments on the floor. That made me laugh. I was just like, whoops. Yeah, so Thawne dashes the spear into the fire, but so with the spear destroyed, the legends are kind of all getting themselves together. They're in the room, sullen, defeated, and then it goes back to Rip Hunter, where he's kind of getting all this stuff together, and then it kind of does the big zoom out, and where is the Waverider?
S.T.A.R Labs, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a little ornament on the desk at S.T.A.R Labs. I was like, I wasn't expecting that, because I was thinking, I was like, is he kind of affected by this? That was a thought going through my head, because yeah, he was baking cakes and it was a bit weird, but I was thinking he's still in control. Gideon's still about and the Waverider's still about, so I was thinking, I thought it was going to zoom out and it was going to be kind of in time and space, like kind of away from everything, but no, it turns out it's an ornament on the desk at S.T.A.R Labs. So I was thinking, why? I didn't expect that. That's pretty cool.
Is that a part of Thawne's punishment? Like, is Thawne put him there?
Yeah, he must have.
Yeah.
Because kind of put him in that kind of, look, this is your punishment, you're going to be stuck on the desk, and I'm going to look at you and laugh every so often. But, like, I'm intrigued, like, if that goes kind of big again, is that just going to mull S.T.A.R Labs, or is he going to like fly out like the Atom and then like? But that would be jokes if he just enlarges and it just wipes out S.T.A.R Labs.
I suppose they could, because it's not like it's a real S.T.A.R Labs, is it? No. It's an alternate reality thing, but that'll be a lot of money, I think, on CGI.
Yeah. I'm kind of intrigued for the finale. I think there's going to be some dopey thing where it turns out like the Spear of Destiny is not properly destroyed by that, you know what I mean?
They said they want to go back in time, don't they? So they're going to save Amaya.
Yeah, obviously, because she's kind of got her destiny. Whether they bring back the proper Captain Cold or anything like that, or anyone kind of gets sloppy with it, who knows, but I figure it'll be completely resolved. I'm hoping they did what they did last year, like right at the end, because they introduced Rex Tyler in the Justice Society of America. I'm hoping they do that as opposed to just kind of end the series and it just like, oh, what's going to happen next. I want there to kind of be like a thing like that, a nod into the next season. I mean, the kind of evolution of it from the first season to this season, I'm interested where it's kind of going to go in the third series. I mean, it's going to be real interesting, because I mean, they did it. They changed things up completely and it was still kind of solid.
It was better. It was much better. So a much better season. And yeah, I wonder as well how are they going to get villains like the Legion? So, like, who are they going to get? How are you going to make that work? Honest to God, I can't even remember who was the villain of the first season.
Vandal Savage.
Vandal, massive step up. I love the comic book Vandal Savage, but in the show, massive
Yeah.
step up this season. So I
I
don't know
think
what they're
because
going to do there.
they properly tied him, they tied him in to Hawkman and Hawkgirl,
Yeah,
and it's like,
because
you know what I mean? If they had him just like, it,
they were bad as well. Hawkman and Hawkgirl, they were boring as all hell. And thank God they're gone. So what they're going to do, I don't know. But I think it's a strong episode for a very strong season. If you want to give it numbers,
yeah,
unless you got anything else.
I'll give it an 8.5.
I will also give it an 8.5.
Nice. So, I mean, the finale is going to be big. There's going to be a bit of like ropey stuff, I guess, with the time travel, but
There always is. You can't not have ropey stuff in time travel shows.
I think there's going to be big effects. I'm intrigued whether Amaya gets brought back. I think she's going to be sent back to our own time after this, so they'll probably be looking for a new kind of replacement. But in terms of villains, I say they go off planet. I say they move
Yeah.
away from Earth and kind of do stuff like that. So yeah, that is our review of Doomworld, the penultimate episode of season 2 of DC's Legends of.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm Sam,
I'm Matt.
and this has been the Superhero Hub. See you in the next episode.